gotta get some tires for this fucker. Good evening, tubes. Got a little arts and crafts going on. By the way, Johnson's Garage t-shirt. The one I'm wearing is actually the first one I made, which is no longer up there. I just made it and bought it, and that was it. Just to try Teespring out, which the Fox Shop uses, and I'm sure a lot of other people. So let me tell you what I got going on here. Yeah, she's starting to leak a little bit. So what I got going on is a bit of arts and crafts. Hopefully that doesn't leak out too much. I know it's a bit of a mess. I'll clean it up. That's why I got it inside this box. Anyways, what I'm doing is, okay, let me back up. I had gotten a $50 gift card from my work because we had good numbers last month, and I figured, hey, I'll order up some motor mounts for my truck. I ordered some 2710s, which are an upgraded mount over the 2469s that I've been using with my Cummins swap Ford. Those tend to break because they stretch too much, and all it has to do with is, well, they're kind of small. They need to be a little bit bigger, but they have safety locks on the outside, and that allows the engine to stretch. So you kind of have this huge gap. So as the engine's pulling on the rubber, it doesn't stop pulling until it hits that safety lock, or the resistance of the rubber stops the engine from pulling. So what I'm doing, because I don't like the 2710 mounts, they're too thick. They make them a little extra thicker for the application that they were in, and it puts my engine up too high, so the exhaust ends up hitting the frickin' firewall, and I can't stand it. So I forgot that I had this stuff when I was living at my parents' place. I bought it and I was going to use it, but I ordered it the wrong time. I got it during winter, and you can't use this stuff during winter. I'm hoping that this stuff doesn't all leak out. Oh well. I'll have to redo it again. Anyways, so what I've done is made a little jig. I may have to go get a clamp or something. I really don't want that on my skin. I have to wash my hands now. So what I've done is made a little jig and just filled this up with this polyurethane stuff. It's RioFlex 60. This is a little bit softer than some of the motor mount kits out there, so it'll flex a little bit more but still be stronger than rubber. So what I'm hoping is that once this cures, it'll make it so that when the engine goes to pull on this mount, there's this polyurethane in here that'll cushion, it'll keep these locks from letting the mount to spread open or stretch. So this filling here will give it basically like a bump stop kind of deal. It'll keep it from overstretching. So I'm hoping that this works out, because if it does, I can put this back in. And this hasn't been torn yet. I've really abused this mount. I'm surprised it hasn't torn. This is 2710. These were cheap. I'm copying their idea of what they did here on these mounts. See, they're way thicker. They put this filling in here. So Adam has these in his truck. They're great. They don't. The engine's solid in there, but it puts the engine up way too high, so it ends up hitting the firewall and rattling like a son of a bitch. So I'll put that in inventory. This is all fully cured now. This is really this is stiff. So I may actually go order another one of these, and we'll do a little video on how to I'll show you how I set this up. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the mechanical fan off of my engine in my truck. So I was watching Engine Masters on Motor Trend, and they did some comparisons of how much horsepower those things take away. And granted, the fan I got in there is not going to take 30 horsepower. Well, it might. It's a pretty big fan. But yeah, they were showing that you can lose up to 20 horsepower with a mechanical fan. even with the clutch on it. So my 4BT really doesn't need a fan. It actually runs pretty cool without one. I'm actually gonna get an electric fan for it, so that if I do need to cool the thing off, I can put the electric fan on. So it'll only be, you know, more part-time instead of right now it's kind of just on all the time. So went to the Napa and had them give me a couple of nuts. I actually had an extra one. This side was a little tight because there's some rust there. We tried another nut and it's like, oh yeah, it goes in there. So I got an extra nut. I'll just throw in the inventory. Got the fan off. Got nuts for that. I'm gonna jack the engine up, undo that lower plate, or engine plate, get that mount out. I gotta burn the stud off because I didn't have the right nut for it, and I just ran it in with the impact, and she's on there good. So I think I might run on down to Home Depot. The reason why I want to get lumber so we're gonna build some shelves. Yeah. I might have to run to my parents' house and get some tools. I don't have any cutting tools. Anyways, our friend Cody, who watches the channel, he just bought this tack. This is from the crew cab. It's the diesel tack and everything. This all works really good. Put a better speedo in it. The one that was out of it, I had this all apart because we were I forgot what we were doing. Just taking them apart or something. I think we were pulling the green filter things out. Anyways, the speedo was left out and the needle got broken, so I just swapped over this speedo from. How did it come out of this? Yeah, it came out of this cluster. This was an extra one I got from James out in Central Oregon. So I have most of another cluster here. Ah, shit. That was a good circuit board on it. Probably a good voltage regulator. Now, Cody, if you're watching this video, this has green LEDs in it. They're all green. You can swap them out if you want to. I haven't even tested them yet, so I don't even know if I got the polarity on any of them right. But so you may have to pop them out and flip them around or something to change the polarity. But got the fan pulled off it. I haven't really noticed a difference. I just drove it down the street. So this is the big mount on the other side. You see, they're just too thick. So just the one puts the engine at just up a little bit higher, and then my freaking exhaust is damn near touching. In fact, it's touching right now. So I can't stand it. So that's why I was like, I'm gonna try and reinforce this. So gotta get to it. When you put these in, these mounts here, they're set up so that when you set it in here, you gotta tap that down with a hammer, and then it pops into the frame because it has a little locating tab. So once it does that, it pops in, and then she sits nice and level, and now we're off the exhaust. I'm almost wondering if this whole thing can move just a hair. Why would I get a pry bar later? Just open that up a little bit. But we're back to how it was before, and that really never hit. So, yeah. I would do the auto-rolled engine mount kit, which puts this engine lower into the frame rails. But the problem is I don't like the poly mounts, because those ones, the way they're set up, they're so stiff, the engine doesn't flex, it doesn't move. So the mounts won't break, but you feel every vibration. At least this one we're sitting on rubber, and then we've got polyurethane to keep that from overextending. So we'll see how it does. Oh yeah, it doesn't rattle up against the firewall anymore. It started up, it's like brrr. Yeah, it doesn't flex. Doesn't flex as much. Oh, that's great. left side. It's got a lot more power without the fan though. Well, so far so good. I'm liking it a lot better than before. I feel like I got some power back with that fan gone. Coolant temp's fine, so I think I found a fix for those motor mounts. Let's see if I can do forward leg grinding. A little bit. I got it. Pause those copyright claims. It's only 3/4 throttle. We're at 65 already. 273 for diesel? I don't think so. Alright. Leaving the famous neighborhood of this channel. We're gonna head around home. I'm gonna get my mom into trouble if every time we go to Home Depot, like, she wanted to get a tool for cutting stuff in the backyard. So I found a little rigid tool. It's a multi-tool. You can put like a reciprocating thingamajigger on it, a hoo-ha rattler, and all kinds of stuff. A right angle drill, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Only a couple $100. I spent about $100 on about $90 on lumber. I got three 2x4, 2 foot by 4 foot sheets of wood, and then I've got 11 2x4 studs. Only for a moment, and the moment's gone. That's before my eyes are got lumber. I got lumber. That mount works pretty good. I like it. I'm liking it. I'm also happy I got a full tank of fuel now. I also got, you know, we're back to normal on the motor mount thing. Except we're doing better. So, I got 8-foot boards here. I'm cutting 2 feet off. I'm gonna do 4. These are gonna be the main corners. These cutoff pieces are gonna be guides on the side to keep stuff from falling off. That one's good. That white truck that just rolled by, whenever he sees me on the road, we both roll coal as like some sort of salute thing. It's pretty funny. It's gonna be just fine. Looks pretty straight. Sweet. So you've got top shelf, which you can't see. You got your middle shelf, bottom shelf, and then right here the welders can go in between here. There's an IDI lurking in the background. Yeah, sounds like an IDI. Wow. Identical. You gotta love it when they end up being identical. So this is gonna go on the bottom. This will be where the parts lay on. I went with this because I don't need, you know, a fancy surface for the parts. It was cheap. But the way I'm setting this up, this board essentially has to be assembled. It's got to be assembled, you know, before these two go together. So, because it's gonna, or maybe it can come in like this. Or actually, no, you just slide them right in. Never mind. So what I kind of want to do is, I want to get that moved back some more. I kind of want to put the board in and screw it down, and then I can get my measurement of how long I want my boards. I'm thinking I'm just going to make them 4 feet, or however long this board is how long the inner pieces are going to be. Which there's going to be a piece here. How do I want to do this? Do I want to go on the bottom? I'm almost thinking, I'm building and designing this as I go, as you can tell. So I want to have support. So if I put, oh, I know what I might do. So I'm going to take a 2x4. Chop saw, we'll cut an end. It's just going to be here. So we'll cut this much down the board in half, and then how thick this is, we'll cut that out of the 2x4. And then just. watched too much of that guy. So I know I can do better on that, but at least this front side did pretty good. Oh yeah. Holy shit. We're going full Canadian woodworker here. I like it. So now what I'm going to do is drill. That's my power stroke. Nice. Yeah, that's a lot better. You could. Oh, that assembles nicely. I got a splinter. I can get a knife to pick that out. Hey, that's starting to be out. That's coming out pretty good. This. This I did perfectly. The other, and this, eh. Still better than a Harbor Freight special. When you built it pre-wobbly, it conforms to the garage floor perfectly. Quite a bit of play. It's just support so the board doesn't have to flex so much. Otherwise, we're nice and flat. Knock a screw in. I'm just drilling through the main stud, and then the pre-drill acts as a pilot. Very nice. Open out the other side. Sweet. We need something on the sides too. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep picking at this. Well, that's filling it pretty quick. All our stuff, we're like, oh, okay. You know, oh, there's that thingamajig. It's still a mess, but it's an organized mess. At least now I'm getting my workbench back. So parts are going on the shelf. I'm probably gonna build another one. Go right along here. Yeah. Put more stuff. I'm getting this back. We're getting the workbench back. I'm gonna have the landlord install an LED light right here. And then we'll do 2 up above. Will be well lit. Yeah, I think I'm done for the day. I'm hungry. I'll operate them. So I got all these LED strips right here. If I can hook them up to a 12 volt power supply, put 2 in here, 2 under here. You flip them on and then you got lights. This is great. Just cleaning up. Oh, I can move around in here now. Like, oh my god. This can go in there. That's gonna have to go over there. There. Should go right there. And that will go up on there. Wow. I gotta go eat. I'm starving. Anyways, that's enough of this video. I'm done for the day. Time to eat. If you'd like to see more, subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll catch you next time. Have a good one.